Good morning and welcome to episode 64 of MorningCraft. Today we're going to be working on a couple houses for the village, so grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's get started. So I started off by gathering a ton of materials, and I needed a bunch of wood and I needed some wool as well for the walls. And then I got to work on building our two new houses. So I took away the wool markers and I placed in some cobblestone foundations for the bottoms of the houses. Cleaned up the foundations for the other buildings, but I didn't start work on these in this episode. I have finished these though, and they look really good, so definitely come back for the next episode if you want to see those 3 new houses on the other side of town. So I started to lay out the walls for the first house. And then at the front of the house I started work on a porch, and then placed in some fences to hold up the porch. And then I began to landscape around the house. I then gathered some more wood and then began work on the second floor of the house. I placed in the wool for the second floor's walls, and I made sure to leave some room for windows. And then I began to lay down stairs for the gable of the roof. And then once I had more wood, I then began to finish off the roof. I worked on the back section of the roof. And then I made some slight tweaks to the windows before lighting up the inside. That house nearly finished, I then came along and worked on the second house. I wanted this one to be a different design, so I laid in the logs and the wool for the first floor. And then I replaced the flooring with wood. And then I added some stone supports around the first floor and began to add a roof. I added a staircase and then began work on the second floor. I then began to finish off the second floor with some wool and windows. And then I lit up the building before adding a simple roof on top. And here you can see the finished houses as the sun sets. I'm quite pleased with how these two turned out, but there's lots more work to be done. Make sure to check in the next episode when we'll be building a huge bakery with a windmill. So here I am in front of our 2 new houses, and you can actually see I've added a chimney to this one here. I'm going to need to make some changes to these, but for now they're looking okay, and we've got plenty of villagers moving in. You can see some up in the tavern up there in the window, and you can even see an iron golem in that house. Not too sure how he got in there, but we can definitely break him down for some iron at some point. So thank you so much for watching, I hope you've had a good morning, and I'll see you in the next episode of MorningCraft.